Alright, welcome back to the Final Fantasy XIV storyline. We have the next quest, In Search of Discovery, level 100, given to us by Cahciua. We are currently in the newest portion of this zone that we have just ziplined to, kind of like the wind area, Wind's Path Gardens, in the Blooms of Discovery area even more specifically. Here we go. To begin with, I'd like you to scout out the vicinity and report back with any points of note. This would be a good opportunity to speak with the locals. They're bound to be familiar with the area, after all. As Eleneshpia suggested, it would be interesting to compare the creatures here with those native to the source. I never ventured outside of Tyrol, so I look forward to your insights. Just leave it to us. I've only ever been to Charlie and myself, but I like to think I know interesting when I see it. And she and Aaron will go one direction, Krile and Graha go another. And I go, my points that I'm supposed to go to are in the direction of the latter two, Krile and Graha. And as I've described in the previous video, you just have these massive zone-spanning flower beds of multiple colors and flower types. The pathways are going to be mostly the green tiles with, the other colors mixed in here and there, but it's mostly green, quite obviously. There are pathways of more kind of the grayish tones, but also kind of multicolored in that same respect. But it's a gray motif when you kind of combine them all, but not like dreary gray. Sorry. And then there's a metal bridge, a flat bridge, just goes from one side of this circular hole. Also a lot of metal on the walls of this big hole in the ground, big cylindrical hole. And we talk to a specimen observing Endless. Oh, hello there. What am I doing, you ask? Look up the trunk. See the plants within capsules? These are species that either can't survive in Wind's Path Gardens or would become invasive and disrupt the ecosystem. The capsules recreate the conditions they require, from tropical to frigid climes, while keeping them isolated. In this way, any and all plant life can be preserved forever, just like ourselves. I guess he means these cylinders that you can't see into? Can't see anything else it would be. Alright, cool. Thanks for that explanation of the weirdness. Get up, come on, get down with the weirdness. We have an observation point we will take advantage of. A longer survey. And done. You see a creature wandering about that resembles a treants native to the Twelveswood. Those are the umbrella actually no, sorry. Before I crossed this bridge, the treants had like umbrella-shaped canopies. These just have regular tree canopies. Timberman is what this one's called. So yeah, half trunk and branches, half leafy or like piney, like needly branches at the top. So like it's separated by basically elevation along the body of the creature. Another observation point. Survey says the flower gardens appear to be meticulously maintained, if not by Endless, then by machines. We go north. We have a water watching Endless. She's just looking at this. Currently looking at the circular lake pool. Man-made, for lack of a better term for it, but did you know that even the water here is created using electrope? The initial product is too pure, though, and adjustments have to be made so the composition resembles what's found in the natural environment. That's just one of the many things they do to create the ideal conditions for these plants to thrive. I don't know what's become of the world outside the barrier, but I should like to visit a lovely spot such as this in real life. Speaking of lovely spots, have you been to the top of this lookout here? It's a great vantage point, and there's even a food stall in case you're hungry. We are going up this ramp. Possibly, I think. Yes, we have to. That's where... So we have a circular, like a spiral, outside ramp. I think the higher up this spiral we go, we actually kind of start... Oh, no. It's just one... It's not even a full circumference. That's actually probably the better word. To get to the top, we have an aetheryte, which we will attune to. And a terminal gazing endless, a Lalafell, who we will talk to continue the quest. My ancestors aren't actually Alexandrian, but hailed from a place called Conde Petit. They had some unique customs there. For instance, when greeting someone, you had to say "lolly-ho" in a spirited manner. Our settlement was also famous for a gigantic tree that grew nearby. It was so enormous that when you stood at its base, the roots covering the ground went beyond the horizon. The terminal here at Windspath Gardens is apparently inspired by that very tree, the Leafa tree, its name was. Okay, I'm assuming since it's a proper name, it's actually Aoife, like I, capital I, lowercase I, Frank A, Aoife tree. Otherwise, it doesn't make sense because it's a name. It's probably It may not be real, but it's nice to have it as a memento for posterity. Indeed, this is a nice view of all the gardens and the lake below and the fake tree things made of metal and lamps. We shall jump down using our Chocobo, sadly, to take the brunt of the jump. Don't worry, we heal quickly. I started another video thinking it was going to be the video that I actually posted, but I went far too long into talking about other videos I'm going to make for like the jobs I'm going to do after this, but it was too much. It was like 4 minutes of digression before actually getting to the quest, so I decided to delete that and start over. But anyway, we'll talk to Cahciua here with Kryle and Arenville to continue. See if there's a voice acting. Probably not. Ah, welcome back, Mercy. Kryle has just delivered to me a most fascinating report. You have some engaging impressions to share too, I hope. I nod. I go into whatever I got to give. She crosses her arms. Well, that is all very interesting indeed, but I must say I am most fascinated by the ambulating trees. While there are similar creatures in Urkopacha, could you tell me more about these tree ants as you know them? My options are they're native to the Twelves Wood, where they prey upon even wolves. Or there are various subspecies, such as those with red leaves or a gnarled look. Okay, that one's going good for now. Or they like to hurl acorns at you, exploding ones. There are various subspecies, such as those with red leaves or a gnarled look. I've seen plenty of different, yes. Is that so? Though it makes sense they would adapt to their environment in that fashion, I imagine they need careful management to flourish, such as having specific varieties of trees around them. The management of ecosystems, that calls to mind Labyrinthos, does it not? Says Kryle, and Arenville nods. That it does. Lest you wonder, Labyrinthos is a storage facility deep beneath Charlian that contains a recreation of a temperate climate zone. Such a place exists? Amazing, says Cahciua. By the by, did anyone also catch sight of a large scalekin? She cocks her head. I didn't see one as far as I know. A large scalekin, you say? What does it look like? Nothing I've seen before, but it has a rodent-like form and walks on all fours. If it looks like a rodent, wouldn't that make it a beastkin? No, it's covered in scales, ones that appear to mimic succulent plants. By that, I would definitely classify it as a scalekin. And they think together. Her hand under her chin, his arms crossed. Kryle and I look at each other. Well, it's hard to say for certain without seeing it. Why don't you show me? Very well. It was in a flower field earlier and should still be near. Let's head over there then. When we find it, we'll see who's right. The two of you should come along too and lend us your opinions. But the mother-son bonding time. He needs it so bad. Go on ahead, Mercy. I'll let the others know and then join you. Cutscene fades to black. We will... I'll do it right before I continue the quest. Minion roulette coming soon. I got aggro. I gotta use the aggro first. Timberman. I'm Rubber Band Man. Wow, I'm like the Taliban. Nah, I'm right. 45 in my other hand. Okay. We will, as I said, minion roulette. Bye-bye. Wind up Alpino. Hello to Wolf Pup. It has been a while since I got the Wolf Pup. Tail wagging already, you cutie. Alright, destination, surveying, 2, 1, 0. Cutscene, by the way. We do indeed see what looks kind of like a hedgehog body, but like with plant leaves. I actually have an Echivore minion, basically just like this. It looks like a hedgehog with like green, big green leaves covering its back and sides. And the tail looks like it can shoot spores. But the face looks kind of hedgehoggy, except for the like a green leaf on the top of the head, kind of coming down to the middle of the forehead. You spot a beast resembling the Echivore you encountered in the first. That's the one there. She nods. I see. At a glance, it certainly has the look of both Scalekin and Beastkin. Let's examine it more closely, shall we? Tell me your observations. Look at it. My options are it's covered in plant-like scales, it has deft little paws, it has a pointy snout. Let's start with the first one. It's covered in plant-like scales. That was also the first thing I noticed. I dare say those scales are for hiding in foliage. See the tail, it kind of runs a circle with the tail, forming a circle, and it kind of bounds about, and then bounds away. Having studied it, I believe the scales upon its back are in fact a unique form of hide. Rather than being shed, it grows with the creature. You may be right. If we consider that along with its other characteristics, such as its face and hands, it's more likely to be a beastkin like you said. A physical examination would be needed to confirm this beyond doubt, but I'm satisfied simply to have seen it. It seems you alone were familiar with this species. Where did you encounter it? I don't know, but my character apparently does. The fairy kingdom of the first? Mercy has been to the very edge of existence. She has seen life that others could only imagine. Amazing. Creation truly holds no end of mysteries. Oh, how I'd love to see them all. Life beyond the bounds of our star and plane both. She centers herself. He looks sad. Looks like we're having fun, says Luke, coming up. Ha! Hearing about the unknown never fails to rouse me. I felt the same way when Kettenrom and Galuf treated me to tales of their travels. Crow's like, what? You've met my grandfather too? Oh, didn't I already mention it? It was when Galuf came to Tural to investigate the Golden City. I happened to have business with Galul Jaja, so we met in Tuliolal. You go flashback, white screen for a second. She is talking to some human, could be Galuf now that I'm thinking about it. Little did I know that the tiny babe he was cradling would return as you. And I guess there is a swaddled baby in the picture between them, but you can't really see most of it. To think that our paths had already crossed all these years ago. Not only yours and mine either. Eleneshpia was there too, you know? I don't remember. It's quite fine if you don't. We're back to present. Laughter all around. Cry looking sheepish. Kicking the dirt a little bit. It was actually because Galuf told me about Charlie and that I later urged Elenishpia to take up gleaning. My fussy Bun was growing up dour and withdrawn, and it was when I was at my wit's end that I recalled your grandfather's story about gleaners. Seeing the world through their adventures would inspire a change for the better, I believed. I'm sorry I was dour and withdrawn. That was horrible, sorry. If you ask me, you still have some work to do, but it's because you're that way that you're with us now, and I for one am grateful, says Mook. He gives a shrug. I smile. Well, let's keep moving, shall we? There is a facility I've been wanting to visit, the Cahciua Museum of Nature. They're supposed to have creatures that take you on leisure flights. There's just one problem. It seems only three people can fly at one time. Then you and Erendel should go. The rest of us still have plenty of other things we can do here. If there's room for one more, why don't you come with us, Mercy? I give a weak smile, as if I'm like intruding on mother-son time, but I nod. Then it's settled. The museum at the bottom of the ramp that runs west of Laynode Arrow. Come on. Cutscene fades to black. I shall go that way, which is to the northwest. I didn't actually... I do not actually remember if she said something in regards to how to get there. I think it was the last thing she said, and I wasn't paying attention. I said it out loud, and I just did not absorb it. I can't just jump down that way, so I think I gotta go all the way. There is an edge, and beyond this edge is another part of this part of the zone. There's a spiral pathway that's lit up like blue, kind of aquamarine blue. I'm running on a metal wall right now. But I'm gonna take a left here, going straight west, across that same kind of pathway that I was talking about, the lit up kind of aquamarine blue. It's metal, it's a metal structure. And we are in that part of the zone that I was just talking about. We have this kind of metal pylon kind of thing, thick pylon. We're gonna go down this ramp because I think that's the only real way I can go. Spiral ramp. And we have reached the bottom. Same kind of green tiled pathways with the kind of more grayish lack of bright color middle pathway, and Cahciua, Erenville, and a museum curator are here. We'll turn in the quest with Cahciua. Here it is, the Cahciua Museum of Nature. The main building is closed due to the ether shortage, but happily they're still offering leisure flights. There's pigs. No, capybaras. And these are the fellows that will bear us. How adorable. There are 3 capybaras. They don't look capable of flight. Come now, you know better than to judge a creature by its appearance. This will be great, I just know it. In Search of Discovery is complete. I've taken already like 6 different level 11 tenacity materia, so I'm gonna go... I'll go spell speed. Yeah, I'll spell speed. I gotta eat piety food. I don't know. I don't know what the stat balancing is when you get to higher levels, especially for anybody. I always wanted like a tenacity as your tank thing. Like I want tenacity. I want to take as little damage as possible and do as much self-healing or receive as much healing as possible. Isn't that what tenacity does? You take less physical and magical damage. I think there's diminishing returns at some point that make it not good to stack beyond, but HP restored. So yeah. You also do more damage, you restore more HP, less damage taken. And then obviously I think, you know, they want like skill speed and crit. I don't think determination is determination much of a tank. Damage dealt, healing restored. Anyway, sorry, that is the end of this video. I will see you soon for the next one.